for our live stream is behind us. So if everybody wants to turn around and wave at the corner where the door is and send lots of emojis, anybody listening or watching today can feel our love and hellos. Hello, hello. And yeah, welcome to Bridgemakers Leadership Summit, July 2025. Woohoo! Sometimes I feel like I show up at these crawling on my hands and knees, but we keep pulling them off month by month. So there's that, and much credit to the team of helpers present for how this keeps going, especially Mary. Thank you, Mary. So we have quite an event today. And just so you all know, if I sound kind of scratchy in my voice, I've been having some pretty big, tough things happening in my personal life and professional life in the last week or so. So I'm a bit depleted and a little messed up right now. So if I come across as skewed, please give me a little grace that way. Let me know if it's too extreme. But yeah, still rough waters, but I'm here. I'm glad to be here with each of you. It's good to see some old faces and new faces. And thank you for everybody and your flexibility ahead of time with the tech issues we will likely experience. We have been hashing and arm wrestling and running all over the place trying to figure out how to offer the best potential space for an actual functional presentation. So we're trying something new today, thanks to Mary's ingenuity. And yeah, any other top of mind things to mention before we jump in? Okay. Thank you
I
for all
guess
your. Oh yeah.
for me, just make sure I'm aware when you want the next slide.
Okay. Like 6 seconds ahead of time, yeah.
Around that was like the upper limit, I think.
So we all get to practice deep breathing to remind me to deep breathe because it feels a little bit like reinventing the wheel what we're doing in here, and this is the best thing we came up with, which is going to have potentially a 6 second delay between slides. So we'll put the notice in snail mail. Please change the slide, and in about 6 seconds, as we do our deep breathing, we'll see our first one. Yeah. Thank you to our ushers spontaneously today, Teacup and Theo, to helping us all get our status on orange. And yeah, we have different people helping and involved. Today, I thought it was going to be smaller, and it's looking like it is. We didn't market this one like at all. So this is what we get when we don't market. And I'm so glad each of you are here. That is not a small thing. Okay, we have our next slide. Yay! It's working so far. Let's give lots of emojis as feedback to celebrate all the hard work of this. So, today we are going to do what we do every month. And just so you know, part of the reason we actually tell you what's going on with Bridgemakers, even if you aren't a helper or doing anything directly with us, is because Bridgemakers is a cooperative incubator, and we don't want to just present a perfect front. We want to show you what we're up to and remind all of us that it takes a lot of administrative labor in the background to build an organization. And so this is little highlights that we're celebrating and also grieving or recognizing when things are changing. And it sets up our workshop so that, here you get to listen and there you get to participate and jump in and keep putting value into this place. So, updates, workshop, and picks is what we're going to cover. Go ahead and do next slide, and I'll just cover these briefly. Our workshop at the end of today, if you can see over in the corner over here, we've got some stickers. If you can't see them, you might point at this clown figure over here. This is Carl, and he owns those stickers. If you do have VR Chat Plus, you'll be able to go grab those and copy them when you want to. But those will be part of our workshop today, and we'll just be putting them around some kind of space to share them so that we can do the exercises. We still haven't figured out what world we're going to, but I'm going to figure that out somewhere here. Yeah. So the main things we talk about, like what does it mean to be a bridge, right? So we have one side, which is the yay side. It's where we can feel ourselves getting bigger, stronger, and transforming. Hey, welcome, Blurdette.
Hi. Sorry,
And then
wait.
the other side is edges. Growth edges are those places that don't feel great. That's where when we're teenagers, we break out in pimples, maybe. Growth edges are those places that are half done and they can sometimes feel like something broke or it didn't look the way we wanted it to. So we try to highlight where those edges are, where are we developing and we're struggling and we're still persisting. Okay, next slide. There's also other ways I could talk about the metaphor of the bridge, but another bridge is taking care of you and your body and your well being as part of being with bridge makers. How do you return to your physical reality after working with us? So, right now, we're just going to give you an overview of our presence. And we have a new social media team member, which is Lau, who isn't unfortunately here with us today, but has been helping with videos, production. And these are some of the places you can find our social media presence to follow us. Yeah. You have anything to add to that, Mary?
Um, not really. I think you did a good job there.
Sorry, were you on there because you were going to talk about that one? Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
I will mute myself.
That's
Your
okay.
turn. Okay, tell me when it's my turn again.
All right. So I'm kind of covering the growth side of the bridge today. We'll see how I do with managing the presentation and speaking at the same time. We're kind of doing shout outs at the moment. So these are our current server boosters. And this is great because it makes our Discord better in a lot of different ways. If any of you feel like becoming a server booster, that would help us too. We have certain goals that we want for our Discord that we can't get right now because we only, what, are we level 1, level 2?
I think we're level 2.
We're level 2, yeah. So, yeah, nothing to consider. Just waiting on the next slide. All right, and a new feature now in the Discord, the community bridges section. So underneath the notice board category, you'll see this in the Discord now, and we currently have 4 communities that we're bridging to in a format that we are kind of curating to some extent. We have different tiers. So our current community friends are Curious Connections, Mindfulness VR, Educators in VR, and they'll be posting in this category. But we also have a tier 1 network partner, which is Fireside. And they're kind of doing a little bit more in line with what Bridgemakers is about, which is why they're at that tier. There's more information about this in that link above. You can get to it from the bridgemakers.world website. There's a little arrow pointing to how you get to that. I don't know, Haya, if you wanted to talk a bit more about how our
sure.
partner.
What I was going to say is this is kind of like a progression. So most people are going to start out at the friends level with bridge makers, which is just basically us acknowledging that there are communities that are working with a set of values to make improvements in the overall culture. Welcome, Astral. And so, if you're interested in your community or some other community that you think aligns with Bridgemakers' goals and here to not just create entertainment experience, but transformational experiences. We would love to consider including your community or that community in our friends group. When we get to network partners, we have a shared agreement. It's a signed shared agreement, and it has a bit more accountability and also potential for featuring and shouting out. And so the community that has done that so far is Fireside, and that has a little more upkeep to it. But it's a semi-formal acknowledgement that we're working towards similar goals and we're willing to communicate and negotiate how we hold presence together. When we get up to advisory partners, that's an even more serious level. We don't have anybody in that yet, but we do have some candidates for it. That's where we are doing some kind of collaborative advising. So Bridgemakers is helping that community and they're helping us. So it's more than marketing, it's like actual support boosting and almost sponsoring each other. And then strategic partners is where it gets into amplification and specific kinds of events or initiatives. They can be, that's the kind of most serious one because that can get legal, but it also has the benefit of possibly doing things in physical reality or internationally. So, yeah, we're going to build more and more relationships with communities so this list will grow. But if you have thoughts on what communities you think should be there, please reach out. And there's more
Just to
at the link you see there on our website.
Just to reiterate, this is on the Discord.
Yeah, we don't have these featured yet on our website, but probably after the friends level is when we will start to feature communities. So yeah, yay.
And for everyone else, we still have a community shout out section under notice board resources. So if you want to shout out your own community, you can do that without requiring curation from us or like any agreement there.
And you can shout out other people's events and communities there also.
Yes. Yeah. Another new upcoming feature, a new channel. This is kind of a lot of Discord communities do this, and we're kind of catching up with that. So this is where you get to define your identities and interests. On Discord, they're called roles. The little you can see the colored symbols there. But essentially, we've broken this up into two types. Interests will give you notifications for. There are different options here. You can be notified before every event or notified before specific types of events. So you can define what you're interested in, as well as some news posts you'll get pinged for. Whereas identities are a bit more on the news side, you won't be getting event reminders. But this is also a way for you to kind of signal to others what kind of bridge maker you are, whether you're a community leader, world builder, Excel professional, etc. And those are what we've come up with so far. And I have a question for you. What other interests or identities do you think we could add to this? Any hands up or any thoughts on that? What do you think might be missing? Videographer, okay. The type of bridge you're interested in building. Would you like to provide an example of that?
Yeah, so it's one thing to build specific identities for what you're interested in, which it sounds like is here, but there's also the concept of like we can easily partition the Discord to ensure that individuals are receiving the conversations and being funneled to the right groups and interests if we also create a class of these identities that are focused primarily on what you most want to learn right now. So the survey,
Okay.
for instance, that we published had several things that said, what do you want to learn? And if we include identity-based tags for what we want to learn, we can basically click and tag that, and then we'll be able to more easily send people information about just that. And it'll be less overwhelming for individuals in the Discord. So we could also use this feature not just to flag what we're interested in, but also to filter the Discord and make it easier to create.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so identity is based on types of bridges.
Yeah, so
Cool.
if people are more interested in technical community leading systems, like building the worlds, for instance, they probably don't want like a whole bunch of pings about deliberative democracy, right? But individuals who are interested in deliberative bridge making, they can actually state that interest, and the Discord channels will actually either show up or disappear based upon what they are or are not interested in.
Yeah, that is the plan for some of these. For example, community leaders and I think world builders, they both have dedicated channels.
Yeah, those are just two general, right? Like a vast majority of us are community leaders, but what kind of community leader do we want to be? Architect, coordinator, moderator. What do we want to do with that? I think they're very general. They're good for being able to say, hey, here's what I am, here's who I am. But it might not be functionally capable of navigating us through the Discord space unless we have some more specific, what do you actually want to type?
Okay. Cool. All right.
I'll build that. I think I've been invited continually to do that, but I just haven't had time.
Anything to add to that here?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna keep going here, but there's an interesting struggle that can happen in wanting the spot that fits just me, but also there's a real divide in social VR around people who create the spaces and people who lead in the spaces, and um, and so we definitely want some cross exposure because that's how the bridge connects, right? Otherwise, it's bridge pillars or something, or just pillars. So we're gonna have to work with that. I think it's an important idea to keep looking. Yeah, helper roles, right? Thank you, Scott. Scott. So I am. It is getting my gears turning on. We do have helper roles that you can sign up for, but maybe we could actually separate those categories out because even if you're not that kind of helper in our community, you might be that kind of helper in your own community. That would be another direction, but it's a good thing to just start ideating on at a different level, and shout out or emoji outs to Mary for getting this set up over the last couple of months. Yay, thank you, Mary.
I wish I had a bow animation.
Yeah, Mary does a lot of the magic behind our Discord working. We've got a complicated Discord. All right, should we keep going? There we go. Okay. Theo, do you wanna wait, was this no, this wasn't Theo. This was on mine. Okay. So let's all give emojis to Theo, who's our newest helper. Welcome, Theo. Theo is helping with timestamps on our videos and will actually be doing a little presenting today also. And then we have two people on their way out for walkabouts. One is Sim, who's been with us for actually about 6 months, I think, with some delays and also some astounding contributions that we're going to see a little bit about next. So we can all give Sim a shout out. And Sim, if you want to come at the end and just share any of your thoughts, you're welcome to, but also you don't have to. So, yeah, let's do the next slide. Taking deep breaths. Yay.
All right, shall I play the video?
Yeah, let's go for it. Thank you also to Lau and Jose for their support with this video and contribution. Literally, I had almost zero to do with it, and it's good to be part of a group where I get to say that about really cool things. Tim, would you like to hop up and share? Or are you wanting to just keep going? You might be on mute. Just a minute. There we go.
Yeah, sorry. Is my audio working?
Yep, now it's working. Come on down.
Okay.
I'll run over here. There you go. Yay. So yeah, do you have any thoughts about your time or what you loved or hated about being a helper? All of your sharings are welcome.
Yeah, so I just really want to say thank you to everyone at Bridgemakers for helping me with everything and for helping me bring all of my short-term goals and dreams to life.
Oh.
I really want to say thank you to all the helper teams and Heyu as well for really believing in me since the very beginning and showing me something and bringing out the passion inside of me that I couldn't see before I joined Bridgemakers. And I want to really say thank you to everyone here for being almost like a family to me. I said this before, but Bridgemakers is a group that I've never really came across a group on VR chat, even though I've been playing since 2019. And I hope that Bridgemakers continues to grow, even if I'm not a part of the future with it. And I hope that Bridgemakers can one day be one of the leading and biggest communities on VR chat. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone. I'm so grateful for all the friends that I met on here, people that I even consider family, even, you know. But yeah, and a huge shout out to Armani and Scott for always being there for me and being such amazing people. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Sim.
Thank you, Sim.
Emojis. That was lovely. Yay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what you all don't necessarily know, or some of you do, is that Helper Ones work with us for 3 months. And it's an opportunity to get closer to staff and to kind of be a bit behind the scenes and nurture the bridge. And everybody does it differently. So it's not about a huge requirement. Some people really do a ton of contributing, others do kind of the bare minimum and just get to know people. And then sometimes those people come back for helper twos, which is a longer stint and more commitment. And then they kind of dig in. So everybody has a different path. But if you're curious and you feel like Bridgemakers is a mysterious force, or you believe in it and want to be a part of us continuing, please consider joining or telling a friend who you think would enjoy joining us. Okay. So, yay. We always love to celebrate our helper ones. And there's a minimum requirement of a 1 month break after service at Bridgemakers. And so, but you get into our membership channel, which will hopefully be built out more over time.
I was trying to find the slide for the helpers thing, but I don't think it's in this one.
Got hidden. Okay, yeah. So got a little verbiage there. There's a channel on Discord to become a helper that has more information if you'd like to look that up. All right, Theo, you got your fresh cutout avatar here. Do you want to share this?
So, Bridgemakers, always a wonderful community that host events for the weeks. Thursday will be Body Keeps the Score, reviewed by Scott. He'll have discussions and provide a clear and an overview haul review of the book and bringing discussions on trauma topics, yoga practices to help with the integration of trauma and other things as well. Be sure to come by. He's always doing Thursdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Fridays are Game Connects with JW. He's always hosting them on Fridays. We do small events with many different kinds of opportunities to play different kinds of games or share kinds of games if that is interest, to just come and hang out and be a part of just a sort of moment of having joy and fun with each other while playing newer titles or older titles with each other. Come by around, and then afterwards at 6 p.m. will be the community builder meetups, which is always an event that checks in on very core aspects of people's human and pain points, and many very passionate and compassionate discussions that are always very beautiful to attend. I highly recommend that one to know what Bridgemakers is always about and how beautiful every single one of us is for each other. And then Sundays for today, we have the summit for today, but usually is street epistemology with Heyu Venya hosting with their civil discourse classes as well that work into allowing discussions of harsh or very comedic or other kinds of questions and conversations that open up the door into a very peculiar circumstance of experiences, connecting opinions and perspectives with one another, and holding it together gently with one another. It's a very social event and very fun environment. Highly recommend that one as well. And thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Such a great introduction to these events. One thing to note before we can stay on this slide, but the Scott event is not going to be this week, and then we have 2 more after that. So Scott's out of town, so he's not able to do the event last week or this week. But after that, we'll have 2 more chapters, and get to see it in person. Okay. Oh, next body keeps the score. Scott is writing is July 31st. Yeah. Thank you, Scott. Okay. So exciting next steps. In late August, August 28th, we're going to be starting a new event series based off of the show Firefly. And Scott is also leading that one. And we also have a guest world builder who's been putting together a very fancy world for this event. Has anybody here heard of Firefly before? It's been came out in the early 2000s. Show me emojis if you know what Firefly is. It's basically a very small cult classic of sorts of a sci-fi spaceship team that are figuring out how to get by with very little resources. There's a lot of people very excited about this. This has been planned for quite a while, and we're going to be offering two different kinds of tickets for this. One will be to attend in person. We're going to keep that group kind of small, 20 to 30 people. And then there will be watch parties that can be done on Discord and also in World for the remaining people that aren't able to get into the ticketed event. So we're still planning that all out. We do anticipate it's going to have quite a bit of interest. So, yeah, if you'd like to get involved, we're still looking for some volunteers in some areas of helping host and process that event. Let's go ahead and watch the video. Hopefully I didn't spoiler alert it.
Take my love, take my land, take me what I cannot stand. I don't care, I'm still free. You can take the sky from me. Take me out to the back, tell them I ain't coming back. Burn the land and boil the sea. You can take the sky from me. You can take the sky from me. Take me out to the back, tell them I ain't coming back. Burn the land and boil the sea. You can take the sky from me. There's no place I can be since I found serenity. But you can take the sky from me.
So cool. Thank you again to our helpers for that. I see clapping. Let's give lots of emojis. You all see videos constantly, but for anybody who's ever edited a video, this kind of video takes so much work. Oh my goodness. So, a lot of gratitude. Firefly can maybe help us slow down and think about when we don't have enough, how do we make it work anyway? All right, next slide. Thank you, thank you. And next month, we might be doing a workshop on the team dynamics of Firefly as a way to introduce it. It'll be about a week before we start. Okay, so here we go. Workshop today, we've been doing a lot of work on civil discourse. How do we have conflict in virtual reality in a healthy way? And show of emojis, who has heard of nonviolent communication before? Okay, quite a few people have heard of it. All right. Now, show of emojis, who has ever actually practiced it before? Aha. 1, 2. There we go. So, my guess was we needed to work on this. And, I learned about this years ago in undergrad, but I never actually was invited to practice it. And what we're going to do today is a lot of times the way to learn things in the beginning is not to start out with the hot issue that we just can't solve. We want to have a successful experience first. So for the first part, I'm going to who likes pancakes? Show of emojis. Pancake. Yes. Okay. So we're gonna work through this, and I'm gonna talk more about these are stickers. You can get these over in the corner, and we're gonna go to a different world to do this practice. So if you have VRChat Plus, please copy the stickers in the corners so we can have these posted everywhere in the world. The left hand.
Yeah, I want to make sure a couple people had them at least because I might have to get going here in a few minutes. My wife just texted me.
Gotcha. So the left hand side is what is recommended. This is the basic skeletal format of how we talk about hard things. And I'm a plate of pancakes, right? And we all know what to do with pancakes, but I might not have consented to be consumed, even though I look so delicious and whatever. And so, what I'm curious about is if any volunteers would like to come up here and practice with everybody here this process of first observing. So, I will be doing this part on the left hand side, and somebody else will be doing the right hand side, which is the reflective listening. When somebody is practicing non-violent communication, it can be really good to have somebody holding space and saying, I hear you, and explaining this is the method that I've used just because my first name is Claire, and Clara really stuck with me when I learned this. But calm your body and breathe. Clara stands for calm first. If your nonverbals are super activated, no matter what you say, it's going to just escalate what's happening. Listen without interrupting or preparing to have a rebuttal. So when you're doing that, what I have to remember is how to listen to learn instead of listen to respond. And that's hard sometimes because I have a very complicated brain and I think of all kinds of things I can say to respond. But listening to learn and really trying to slow myself down and feel the flavors of what somebody's saying. So affirming what you hear with empathy. Anyone have ideas of how to apply that? We've been practicing that a lot in Bridge Makers lately. How do you listen with empathy? George is typing.
I'll just say what it feels like. Or this experience affected you like this.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really good. So using the word feel can be a very validating thing. I'm going to recognize your emotions that are present. Florida, I saw you raising your hand.
Yeah. Sort of reflecting back to them what they've said, to allow them to understand that you have heard what they've said, but you've also understood, or that you're trying to understand and you're giving them an opportunity to clarify.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So sometimes reflective listening there with empathy can be I can imagine if I were in your shoes, X, Y, or Z. I can imagine, even though I'm a plate of waffles, if I was pancakes, this is how I would feel. So those are kind of introductory language that can help people feel like you're really trying to bridge with them. And then R is for reflect. Reflect their meaning or feelings in your own words. So after I've given you back your words, I'm going to reflect them in my words. I'm going to tell you something more personal about how that affects me. I'm going to let you know that you are impacting from this perspective also. And then adding a gentle or honest response. So I really like that part because usually when something is tense and there's a conflict going on, I want to add something immediately so it doesn't fall over. And Clara reminds me that we add it at the end. We have to get through all those 4 other steps before we try to give anything additional. And that adding can look like, has somebody made a request for change that I can actually say yes to? Maybe. So maybe my ad is okay, I'm going to make that change. But maybe it's not. Maybe I need to share more of my own experience about how they impacted me in that moment. And I can ask if they're willing to hear my perspective of what that was like. And if they do, then I need to go into the left-hand side and switch places. Would it be okay if I shared what came up for me? That's a way to kind of start that. Because sometimes when people bring what they're saying is not okay, they're just really soaked in that world. There's so much in their minds and they can't really listen back in that moment. So sometimes we have to take a break before we make it to direction. Okay. I feel like I skipped the left side a little bit, but that one is usually more common in other
And
fields.
apologies, I'm gonna go ahead and duck out. I was expected to already be ready. So
Okay,
see
see you,
yous.
Carl. Say goodbye to Carl.
Bye, Carl.
Um,
Carl.
Okay,
Take
bye.
it easy, Carl.
so yeah, looking up at these 2 stickers, what are thoughts or questions before we try to jump into a little role play for some courageous fellow or heroine, feminine? Yeah, the pancakes are waiting. Yeah, what's it like to think about this? Yeah, George.
At the reflect their meaning or feeling in your own words, is that still more building off the empathy, like showing more understanding of the other person, correct? So you wait
Yeah,
till the very last step to share how you feel or are affected.
exactly. Everything for Clara until the A is all about the other person. It's all about staying with their experience and making sure that we're offering enough assurance that it has impacted us and we see them. Yeah, good question. Anyone else who's excited to have a conversation on this? Try this out. Woo! Teacups is jumping. I don't see a ton of emojis. What are the fears of trying to process like this? Because this can be scary. Yeah, thank you, Theo. Is that enough for
I
you?
was just yes. I was gonna like kind of ask about the emotional part as well because uh how to navigate values very often or to reciprocate values deeply with your experience and because that's an incredible vulnerability that's very difficult to kind of take your heart out and kind of put it on a plate, right? And you're the pancake, so it's like, you know, how is that? How are you able to really emanate that that soul or that meaning of what you put down from your values and how can it be easier to do that?
Yeah. So you're asking about number 3 on the left hand side?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how do we recognize values in each other? How do you know what somebody values? How do we recognize values in ourselves? What are values in the room right now? They're dormant. I knew Venia was going to say something. All right, everybody who's in civil discourse class, we've talked about this a bit. No pressure. But yeah, how do we describe values, identify them?
I'm a notepad person, sorry.
What'd you say, Teacup?
I'm a notepad person, sorry.
A no pet
Notepad.
Nope.
Notepad.
pad.
I only remember things that are in front of me, so I write them down.
Ah,
I'm
gotcha.
I'm the same way. That's why I'm asking.
Mm-hmm. So I'll tell you how I do it. Is I will first of all really anchor into the empathy as if I was thinking about somebody else. So another stack of pancakes out there is kind of upset. And I think about what do they value? What do they need? So they might value warm environments. They might value maple syrup and not just fake syrup. Like, we don't know what their values are. But sometimes by imagining somebody else and what their needs are, I can identify mine better. So I value consent as a stack of pancakes. I don't like people assuming they can stick their fork in this. That's a thing. So that isn't necessarily everybody's situation. Maybe if I was a McDonald's pancake, I value being eaten quickly on the road. I don't know. But values don't have to be the right values. They're just basically those weights inside of us that pull us one direction and not the other. And not all pancakes are created equal, or we all have different needs. So what you're doing is you're just trying to kind of anchor down what direction is this person going and why are they upset? Or what direction was I trying to go and why am I upset?
Hmm. I think,
Yeah.
can I speak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm thinking of one value that may be almost universal, and it is to want to feel a sense of belonging.
Mhm.
So when people feel rejected in any way, like talked over, excluded, there's so many ways people can be made to feel like they don't belong, and that is often at the source of a lot of conflict, I think.
Really well put. Vinya is writing, class, can y'all name the 4 elements required in a sense of belonging? She's even giving a citation.
Ooh,
What are the 4
no,
elements?
but I'd love to hear them.
I don't blame y'all for not having this. So for historical context, there was a academic team of people who asked, it's one thing for a community to create structures that present or encourage a sense of belonging. It's another thing to ask, what do members in a community feel they require for a sense of belonging? So they did a large qualitative study of several communities, and they identified that when people say they have a sense of belonging, what they're saying is that they feel 4 outputs of community. So if a community is able to foster these 4 things in their community members, they will have successfully created belonging. So the first one is an emotional connection. How do you connect with individuals in order to create that bonding capital, right? That social capital of bonding. The second one is purpose, a sense that they are there specifically for a reason that is being fulfilled as a result of the community. The third one is autonomy. They feel like their presence when they behave or when they act, that behavior or that act is actually doing something. There's something tangible that is actually happening. And then the fourth one is a sense of boundaried camaraderie. So they've built friendships. They feel like they know the other people in their spaces. So that emotional connection is creating the bonding capital. That camaraderie is creating your linking capital. Your emotional connections and the bonding capital that you're producing, they generate a sense of purpose and goal-driven association. And if you manage those 4 things, you're talking about emotional connection, camaraderie. My brain just blanked.
Purpose.
Emotional connection, camaraderie, a sense of purpose, and I keep wanting to jump back to emotional connection. Sorry, my brain's not working this morning. But if you can manage those 4 things, if you can get those 4 things into a community, then you're good. Autonomy. Thank you, Chuck.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a parallel between that and the community boundary thing?
It is, yes. So community boundaries can be used in order to associate inputs. So those are the outputs, right? The things that you need to elicit in your community members. The question is, how do you do that? What are the inputs that you use for communities? And boundaries, rituals, shared values, and shared goal setting. These are all aspects for the inputs of community that, once built, should produce community sense of belonging.
Gotcha.
Lovely. Who would like to have a nonviolent communication reflective listening room with a stack of pancakes? We're gonna go through this one time before we
Why
go
does
to
that?
the
You're so cute.
Why does that?
I just want to eat you up. No.
Why does that sound so intimidating?
No.
Okay,
Where?
good. Teacup's gonna do it. Good
Oh,
job,
where?
Teacup. You
Yay,
jumped in
Teacup.
the deep end.
Oh,
Yay,
teacups,
teacups.
yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
So,
Oh, me? I thought it was. Oh, okay. Here we go.
are you volunteering? Or
Now
you-
I am sure.
There you are. All right, cool. So, Teacup, your job is, and you can ask for help from the audience if you want. And so you have all of them, and I'm just my cranky pancake stack self. But your job is to practice
I'm gonna
Clara,
move up a little bit. I
which
think.
is
How can I even
first
move?
grounding your body, really slowing your breath down. It's okay to have pauses. And then,
Where? Oh, here it is.
yeah, these are the stickers, but you can also use the slides up here and just read them as you go. The
I'm not
stickers.
synced.
Oh, wait, really? Does everybody see the slides?
Which slide? On the screen?
Do people see workshop nonviolent communication at the top?
I do.
I do.
So, Teacup, maybe
Okay.
you'll recycle the slideshow up in the corner there, background.
First of the day.
Yeah, this has actually been working pretty
I
well.
think it's the resync.
Resync or reload, one of them should work.
Yeah, it's a reload right there.
Thanks for letting us know.
Nope, not popping up.
Are you
Well, it's
on
still
a
loading, it looks
Quest,
like.
Teacup?
Yeah, Quest 3S.
Is anybody else on a Quest?
I'm on Quest 2 and I see it. I got, I don't know, booted out. I was paused earlier and came back in. That might
Yeah,
have
I
helped,
got
but
booted out and I
never lost
rejoined.
it.
Oh.
I lost it.
Lurdette, you look
I
like
could try-
you're on a Quest. Are you PCVR or just Quest? You might be on mute or AFK.
Did you try both buttons? The arrow, the circular arrow as well?
I tried the circular arrow. I'll hit the stop button and then play it again. Oops, did I just?
You're fine.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's all local.
Sync.
And then the third way to do it is just to rejoin the world, but that can be. You might have to
Still not
have-
seeing it. I'll
There's a
try that.
little.
I could try entering the PAL again.
Stickers are over in the corner here. If you can't see them, let me know. But if
Or
you
I
have
could just use the
VRChat
sticker.
Plus, but you have to have Plus, and then I don't know if it's readable in this space, but especially in the dark, it might not work.
What were we supposed to do with the stickers?
I
Can
got
we
this.
We're gonna be
take
That's
them?
all I
We
needed.
hold them?
Did you read it?
Teacup's
Really?
got this now.
Yep.
Wow, you have good eyes, you youngin.
Calm your body and breath. Listen without interruption or preparing a rebuttal. Affirm what you hear with empathy. Reflect their meaning or feeling in your own words. And add a gentle, honest response if they're ready to receive it.
Wonderful.
George suggested adding stickers on the floor as well.
We
Like,
tried that at
down.
the beginning, and it didn't work because the theater is so dark, unfortunately. So we're probably going to go prismatic, because think about, look in your avatar list and whatever. The invitation is going to be everybody's going to pick an avatar and create a little grumpy gear story, like what made this avatar upset. You don't have to use your own stories. You can just make one up. We're just practicing the skills. So I picked pancakes. All right, Teacup, can I talk to you?
Yeah, I think it's pretty needed.
Oh, it is. Absolutely. Yes. before my butter gets cold here, let me tell you what happened. So you remember that moment when we met and you stuck a fork in me like
I'm
I was
really
stupid?
hungry.
Well, you're supposed to be doing that part. But so do you remember the specific thing of you putting your fork in me?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I felt like we missed a part of the conversation, and I felt sad and kind of shocked. And
But
what I
I was
really
starving.
you were hungry, but I really needed you to do is ask me how I was first and see if I was interested in being consumed today. And when you didn't do that, I felt sad. And so my request is next time we meet with each other, you ask me how I am first before you try to stick a fork in me.
I hear what you're saying.
Mhm.
I understand that you're a pancake. You hopefully understand that I am a wolf and I get hungry.
I okay, good. Yes. So
I
before you tell me about your story, the invitation would be to tell me what I told you back. So that's a reflective listening. So you can
you
tell me.
feel like I think what you're saying is you feel like I was being transgressive by eating you before asking and by assuming your purpose as a pancake was to be eaten.
Yeah, that's right. And
Is
did you
that
hear
does that
that's part of it. Did you hear the feeling words I told you? How I felt as a pancake when I was
no.
consumed? Yeah. So I felt
Sad,
yeah, you can ask the audience.
shocked,
Hmm.
What did how does the pancake feel?
Yeah.
sad and shocked.
Sad and shocked.
She was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I shocked you and made you sad by sticking a knife and fork in you and tearing
There's
you
a
up.
knife too. I didn't check for that. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So my value includes saying hello first before you stick the pancakes in me. And now you will all say hello when you meet your pancakes next time because that is important. Um, and so now you get to reflect that request for change back to me. What do I want to have happen first?
The next time I come across you, I feel a need, if I feel like I need something from you, I should figure out how you feel before transgressing. I need
Okay.
to understand what's going on in your mind without making presumptions.
There you go. Yes. Just because I'm edible doesn't mean I should be consumed in that moment. And I hear that you are hungry. Um, and so this is where you get to go to the decide if you can adjust to what's being asked or share your experience, which you already started doing, that you're a wolf.
I get really, really hungry and there's no food around here.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do about it.
Yeah. Well, maybe we could go on an adventure to find other food products for your wolfy self. But yeah. Okay. Well, that was a little demo of this. Let's all give teacup emojis for jumping right in, even though he didn't
That
Bravo.
was
decide.
terrifying, guys.
Yeah, you
That was
did good. That
terrifying.
was so
No, wrong
good.
emoji.
Social
Sorry.
media
You
team,
did awesome. Woo!
social team,
I didn't
please clip
mean.
this. This needs to be a YouTube short.
The
Yes.
pancake
Please.
stuff protest. Oh, welcome, Dre. Good to see you.
Before my butter gets cold, we need to
Before my
talk.
butter gets
Okay,
cold,
I
that's
hear
right.
it. You're a pancake, but I'm a wolf and I'm hungry.
This is a
Quotes.
real moment.
It's
That was a real
so
moment.
amazing.
Okay, so does the concept land for you all now of what we're doing here? Even those who just came in, welcome, Dre. Okay. Does anybody have any
I love it.
questions about how to do this process?
I have a comment.
Okay. Yes.
coming from like improv comedy, there's a lot of temptation to just lean into the absurdity, like go in, hey, where does this go? Let's escalate. Ha, this is fun. And it seems like the intention is to treat it very sincerely, with the empathy and understanding.
Yeah, thank you, George. You know, we all have our growth edges, right? So if you're feeling really afraid of doing this, you're going to probably want to use a little more humor to break up that fear place. Oh no, I'm going to do it wrong, or I just don't like conflict. Why am I in VR trying conflict out? Um, but as much as possible, try to practice as if it was a real moment, and then you can stop at the end with your buddies and reflect how that went for you. Like, get into it. Feel your fangs come out. Teacup and I did have a serious moment there where I was like, "Wait, you're a wolf? You're committing to this bit?" So, yeah, there's humor. Humor allows our bellies to release and not be frozen, and that vibration can let us kind of stay present a little better. But sometimes it can take us out of the moment and kind of keep us from practicing it as if it was real. This is a tool, and these stickers, for those of you who do have VR Chat Plus, are available to you to use beyond this moment. This is just a little gift from Bridgemakers. Okay, any other thoughts or questions? Who's excited to have some role play on nonverbal conflict communication, non-violent communication, also nonverbal?
Your jump animation was a little scuffed.
Is it? What does it do?
The plate flips for me. Or it was anyway. Maybe while you were crouched? Yeah.
That's a feature.
It's a feature. That's right. Yeah. Okay. So what we're gonna do is go to a different world. Does everybody have an avatar that they can make up a little story about their avatar and why their avatar is upset? You can use the avatar you're in. It's very basic creative. You can also ask your partners about it. You excited to do this one, Dre? Woo! See your thumbs up. Yeah. All right. So, because we have not if anybody knows, but it's a little last minute, so we're just going to go to Prismata because we've been there before and the walls do work to share stickers. Oh,
Before we do that, though.
yeah, you're right. We need to do our picture. Should I stay pancakes or switch back to video?
Stay as pancakes, as
Good memory.
to remember, yeah.
Let's have Teacup, the little wolf, come sit next to Pancakes. Let's all
Oh.
hop down here for a group photo before we go to
Oh
the next
no.
world.
Wow, whoa, wait, what am I?
You're a ball. You're like a rock. Oh my gosh.
I think I am. I was testing it out. I think my son got into my avatars and now I don't recognize any of them. Where's my old avatar? I can't even. I'll just be a rock.
A lump of something.
I mean, it'll be good for the thingy we're gonna.
I mean, it's an everything everywhere all at once reference. Just be a rock. Just be the rock.
Yeah, that's the very end.
Yeah.
All
Love that
right.
movie.
Well, this is our group for today. So let's all do emojis. What's our
Am
word
I
for the day?
okay? Emoji.
Yeah, you're great.
Okay.
What's our word for the day?
Hungry for pancakes.
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 Awesome.
Yeah, no.
Beautiful emojis. Okay. Cool. Now we have to find the world we're gonna hop to. So what we're gonna do is about 5 minutes per person. So you're gonna have about 10 minutes together. We're gonna pair you up. Gotta find the right world.
Oh, I'm getting a call that I have to answer, so I'm gonna have to jump out. Sorry,
All
guys.
right. Have a good one, but
Bye, everyone. Enjoy.
Bye, Blurdat.
Bye.
Can somebody find the prismatic world? I am.
I can do it. Do you want it to be a group
No.
plus or?
A friends plus is fine.
Okay. Also, just want to say,
Take it easy,
on,
Sim.
Bye.
oh, is Sim going as well?
Bye, Sim.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, Sim.
Bye, Sim.
Let's get over the world and then we'll talk more. But yeah, I'm not finding it. So annoying.
I found it. Okay. New instance. What do we do? Friends plus?
Friend plus. Wow, Theo, you're
Okay.
liquid and molecular.
Yeah, it's
Also want
it's from
to-
Oh,
Oh,
you can go, Mary.
Just want to appreciate the fact that this went almost without a hitch.
Yeah, let's
So-
give Mary emojis for that one. That was fantastic.
Yay.
Oh, are we doing it there? Okay.
Okay, we have a door.
Yep.
Yay.
Portal is here.
Wow.
Make sure
Does anyone not see the portal?
I
Yep.
see it.
go for it.
Alright, cool.
Be in there.
Alright.
See if it's clicking for me. Alright. Come on. I'm just gonna click join. There we go. Okay.
How you been?
I'm okay.
Alright.
I'm okay. Life has been very chaotic, but I'm doing okay otherwise. I'm currently living somewhere for 2 weeks because they have to do construction on the new house I had just moved into. Crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get our stickers out. Anybody who has the ability to put stickers on the wall, let's try to get them into different corners. And going to add this other one. Okay. Oh, it looks like I can only put one sticker up. So maybe we're
Yeah,
gonna
me
have to-
too.
Oh, nice. Wait,
If you
whose is that
if you
one?
do the
What is that one?
you do the clonable version as well, people can refer to that.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Okay. So looks like we have, there you go. Nice. Okay. So whoever put the little sticker up, if you can come put them on the wall over here, that'd be awesome. And then, yeah, I will open up my inventory and put the tiny one.
What is that avatar, Scott? The ice cream Roblox man. Ice cream sandwich Roblox man.
That's wild.
This one, yeah. I
That's
searched for
awesome.
ice cream, and I was like,
Great
"That's the one."
pedestal.
I would like you to know
man.
that there is apparently a head on this avatar, even in first person, and as a result, I have a cow reticle. I have a reticle,
Oh.
and it is a cow's face.
Oh god.
It's
How
wonderful.
big is it?
Quite large. I'll actually take a screenshot and show you on the.
Oh, and I need
This is perfect.
Armani.
Oh, did you copy my avatar?
no,
Are you seeing the reticle too?
This is one of my cows.
Oh.
Or no, that was someone else.
I think I know what your event's gonna be centered around.
Okay, create
Huh?
pedestal.
You gotta admit I belong on the cow, because I'm a cowboy.
Are you a cowboy?
He is.
What'd you guess?
Oh, nice. Look at that. Oh, we have steeds. We have so many different. Look, you are all ready to go. Wow. I want to do mine with the skeleton. You look like you have a
Have
history.
I trot?
All right.
Trot.
So,
I trot.
everyone, if you could circle up here, we're gonna sort ourselves out. The objects in this space are freaking awesome. Once
I just got an achievement for running a kilometer.
once we begin, we're going to put ourselves on earmuff mode so we can give each other some space to do this. Are there any questions about what we're doing?
Only about the world. Is it big enough?
Yeah, if we do earmuff mode and we go to the different sides,
Oh, you
we
had the same
should
idea as me.
we should be okay.
What?
You had the
goodness.
same idea as me.
Wow, I feel like there's so much here that we could probably just do it in a circle, but oh, and those stickers over there, the video player is over it. Is there a way to turn the video player off?
I don't see a video player.
Oh, you don't see a video player.
I don't see one.
I do.
Oh, there must be an on-off one.
Maybe
let me
See a
find
video
it.
player.
Yeah. Okay. Well, most people will be fine then, and I know the pieces. So.
Like a color.
All right. So let's line up in a line starting from the mirror from right here all the way
You
back.
can toggle off
and
the video player.
I'm just gonna count off.
Oh,
So we've got
okay,
a
yeah.
cow line up towards
hey
me.
you.
There you go. That's awesome.
Hey you. You can disable the video player from where Mary is.
I will do that for myself. Thank you. Thank you. All right, we're lining up so we can count off. Wonderful. Pancakes are in charge here. So, Theo, you are number 1. Astral, are you going to line up? Are you AFK? Oh, here we go. Okay, so Astral, you are number 1. Theo, you are 2. Scott, you are 1. Armani, you are 2. Jose is 1. George is 2. And Etheros is 1. Mary is 2. Jog is 1. Dre is 2. And Venia is 1. And Teacups is 2. This is great. Yeah. So now, just next to the person you're standing with, I don't see any problematic matches. You all could work with each other. So the 1 and 2s that are next to each other, go ahead and find your different corner. You're going to have 5 minutes each to practice your piece. And
I'll follow you.
I will be walking around to check
Am
on
I
you
with
all.
you?
Alright.
Or
Uh-huh.
oh,
Yeah,
okay,
George.
we're
Alright,
together.
hold on, let's put on
Theo,
earmuffs.
And-
Astral,
I think I'm with you,
and
Scott.
I can
and
call you
Armani.
Dre. Drevons.
Okay, and then let
Dre.
me just
Go that way.
make sure I
Dre.
understand the topic so that we can get into character.
Okay, that's kind of weird.
Do you know how to do
Yeah,
that?
I need to do that. No,
I
how
think I got a
Unless
good
you
idea
kind
how
of
to
know.
kill
Is it in
this.
settings?
So
Yeah,
my
so
earmuff
open your
mode is
menu,
not
right?
actually
Going
Bottom,
working.
do you see the adjust your microphone settings?
Okay.
I mean, I have to open the settings menu, the big setting menu. Is that what I do?
Yep.
One of us
Okay.
does one or the
So
other. And then
UI elements, avatar,
And then you go
calling,
to
chat
audio
box,
and
Yeah.
voice tracking, debug. Uh-oh. It didn't. There's not. Oh.
What are you looking for?
Maybe if I go to
Audio.
the sound thing, microphone,
Yep.
audio volume, voices, items
Earmuff mode, right at the bottom.
at the bottom.
You might be on the big menu, and I think
Earmuff
you need to size
mode,
that.
turn on. Just turn it on. Is that it?
You can turn it on and you can set the distance as well. 2 meters should be enough, so you don't hear everyone
Good.
else.
we're all gonna.
Okay, 2 meters. Well, it's 1.9. That's probably good.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
So I might need your help a bit because I just only got in, just woke up. So we are
Oh,
pairing up
that's good
together.
practice for me. Yes, we paired up together, and then we need to, at least one of us needs to come up with a story of how the other avatar made us upset, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yep.
Okay.
And then, so
Round, I
the
suppose.
avatar
And I
who
guess
has been
I'm just
upset
feeling a little
tells
bit
the
defeated
story,
at the moment. I'm feeling
and
like
the
I don't really have
other
the power. And I gotta. That's right. Customer is always right. But I gotta pop off. I gotta go butcher myself for the meat that you want. And I'm not really feeling too keen on that. Like, I kind of value living, you know? There's this deeper urge that I have to go find better pastures.
I see. Do you feel like you're stuck in life and you don't have any options, so you feel resigned to your fate? Is that correct? You want
I feel
more, but
I do. Yeah, I think I do. And the thing is, like, you got all the power here because I gotta go off and I gotta go butcher myself for it. But also, like, you could just, like, choose to not do that. You could not do it.
I mean, I could, but I have customers. Sorry, I don't. I mean to listen right now. Do you have any suggestions?
How about the broccoli? The broccoli's really good. We have a really nice cauliflower steak.
Do you think the broccoli consents to being eaten?
You know, that's a really great question. We're in different departments, but you are right. We should probably do that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Uh. Yeah. Well, I think. You know, presuming I'm the person who's eating ice cream here, I think that's something I can request I can manage. There's just some, I guess, some things to work out with, who's eating ice cream, but yeah, I feel like that. It's not too, it's not unreasonable. But yeah, I guess that's what I'm curious. Because for me, it's like I'm a little confused about how it happened. But is it okay? Is it okay if I, mention that?
Oh
A
yeah,
little,
yeah, for sure. If you need to
yeah.
clarify something, yeah.
Yeah, if you could clarify, it just, do you, I don't know, is it, I'm trying to understand the disappearing part. Is that,
Oh,
is
yeah,
the
I'm
situation that we're, are we in a shared space, or is this, you mentioned work, so I'm confused. If we're
yeah, I'm
roommates.
I'm actually blaming you for eating the ice cream.
Okay.
Like maybe we're roommates or something.
Okay. Uh, well, I guess there's two things for me. I guess from my own experience, it's like, as we all have preferences. I'm curious about, I guess we're sharing the same preference. So I wonder if I picked a different flavor or something, get my own. Would I rather, you know, would it be better for me to just get my own and you get your own, and let's say we have a change of mind and or something where, I have my own flavor that I like more. I don't we don't end up in the situation again. That another alternative that could work out.
Yeah, what I really need is after work when all my ice cream has melted away. I really need to replenish my filling. So just as long as there's enough in there, after work, so I don't have to run and get some more when I'm all melty after work.
Yeah.
So can I jump in here
Yeah.
and ask a question? So just
Go ahead.
walking midway into this, what I'm telling myself a story about, which might not be true, is that you have observed that at work you kind of fall apart a bit, and when you come home, you don't want to be missing your filling. And your experience is that this skeleton creature ate your inner filling when you got home.
Sorry, yeah, I think maybe my story is too abstract. So like Armani and I are roommates, and I work at home. And while I work, the computer gets hot and it melts all of my filling. So after work, I have to stuff my filling back up for the evening. But Armani got hungry and saw there was some ice cream, and
Need some meat in his bones, apparently. So yeah, okay.
and I feel super tired because I have to like run to the store and take care of that, and I'm just out of gas. Yeah.
So there's the physical feeling. Did you share an emotional feeling? What it was like to have the filling eaten when it was all depleted?
Gosh, I feel kind of unthought of,
I feel neglected. I
like
feel
abandoned.
abandoned.
Yeah.
There you go. And Armani, did you practice reflective listening with the story and the emotions and stuff?
I feel like I may have mismatched because for me it's like the connection with the story. It's like I thought you're more disappointed, but now that I see you here, I guess you're composed of this ice cream. It seems a little bit more critical, I guess. Like it's more of a seems more important. So I guess it's a little more of an urgent matter for you.
I didn't realize how important this was for you. That ice cream got angry. Yeah. And ice cream. Interesting.
Okay.
So, Scott, what I heard your request is don't eat me at the end of work.
Bye bye.
And pancake pieces. Oh, you taking off? Wait, who said bye bye?
For after work.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like I can find other ice cream to enjoy.
Do you feel blamed and judged?
Okay, we've got a cow. Come over here, cow. What's up? Hello.
I gotta get out of the cow. I think I gotta leave the cow.
What? Why? Because it's
I have a reticle. Like if you look at Discord, you will see what I am looking at, and it's fun, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a great experience.
Gotcha. Okay, no worries. Where's Teacup? Did he have to go?
Yeah, he had it out. His VR goggles are dying.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Why can't I figure out?
You can jump in with coaching and hop around and see what people are up to. Here you are. Okay, I'm gonna come over here. Hello. How's this going?
Hello. This one stepped away.
Oh, Theo's gone. Wow.
Yeah.
Like flies. Who was the aggrieved? Who was upset first?
I was the aggrieved.
You were the aggrieved. And where are you at in your process?
I made a request and then they had to go.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, Jose and George are done also. Or do you have a question?
Not quite. We're wondering if one role does one and the other role does the other, because I assumed the person who's approaching or with the empathy guidelines kind of takes into account both stickers. Is that correct?
So one person is just saying, here's what's wrong, here's what I want different. And the other person is saying, here's what I hear is wrong, here's what you want different, and can I add to that? And then you switch it and at the end of the 5 minutes and the other person starts the other direction. That makes sense?
Okay, because Jose is wondering about like adherence to the guidelines if both people are trying to like do one sticker and the other at the same time, or the sticker's just guidelines for the person.
Doing one side of the sticker. So one person is saying,
And then you change
"I'm
sides.
upset," and the other person says, "You're upset," and that's the Clara side, right? So here's my problem, Clara side. Here's how we're going to respond to it. Does that make sense?
The first one's
So
like,
the person
you're doing
with
something I
the
don't like. I'm gonna
grievance.
kindly say that to you why I don't like that, and request you to
So the
you choose a
person-
different action.
So the person with the grievance follows the Clara method. Is that correct?
No, the person with the grievance follows the nonviolent communication. I'm going to tell you what's wrong without being violent back. And the
We were a little backwards.
That's okay.
Was, yeah.
Go ahead and try it again. We got time.
Yeah.
Cool. So Theo disappeared right when you made a request for change. Had you gotten any reflective listening back?
No, not yet.
Oh, wow. Okay. Bummer. Did he say when he was coming?
We'll
back?
see. I assume by now.
Yeah, me
We'll see.
too. I don't know. Okay. It's funny because his avatar is in motion, so it's hard to read that he's not there. Does it say?
You ever see the movie The Thing?
I think so.
Takes place in Antarctica, and something takes over, and they don't know who is the thing or not.
Yeah,
That's what Theo is here, but Theo hasn't seen The Thing.
That's funny. So this is the actual. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm remembering it now. Huh. When did that come out? Okay. Cool. Well, bummer that that's happening. Maybe while you're waiting, you can just go listen in on other people.
I have been.
Okay, cool. Maybe you could actually join them because they know they might need your support while you're waiting for Theo. And then I will go over there. Cool.
Let me waddle over there and read the text.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you can have this.
Yeah, what was that? Affirm. Okay. Reflect. Claim. Calm. Calm, listen, affirm, reflect, add. And then the add part is kind of described at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can adjust to what's being asked, like I said, I was afraid that you might sit on.
Work. Why am I so small now? That happened. It's a.
Yeah. You would make sure there was consent or whatever.
Okay.
And then you could share your own experience, maybe where you felt unseen, unappreciated, or violated.
Like maybe feeling left out when I was I was at my own birthday party and my brothers and sisters didn't come there to wish me happy birthday, but just eat all the cake, something like that.
No. Yeah. Yeah, they came and kind of took advantage. How did that make you feel?
A very sad chicken.
Yeah, I bet. You are one sad chicken then.
So just to
I
be
think-
clear, because this was a question from over there, the two stickers are representing two different sides. So the nonviolent communication is saying, here I've observed this behavior, this thing that happened. I have feelings about that thing, how it affected me. What else? Look over here.
Accidentally do that.
Yeah. Feeling.
Was doing.
Yeah.
We put
Describe what happened with that.
Yeah. Is that
Need.
making
Identified the deeper human need underneath values. I don't know, like to be seen.
Oh, so
And then ask for something specific. Well, I did not specifically ask you not to sit on me again, but I said I was afraid that you would. So maybe that was clear enough.
And then the person is doing reflective listening with the Clara method. So if you have a problem, then you're reflecting everything you hear back. Does that make sense? Yeah. You're doing great. I just wanted to clarify because somebody else was asking that. Is one person doing one
Right.
sticker, the other person is doing the other, and then you switch places. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to
Okay.
try switching places? Do you want to be the one with?
Hey, I'm gonna head out
the
early. I have
complaint?
a meeting to prepare for at the university, so I gotta head out.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for coming.
All right. Well, talk later.
Bye. All right. You guys got through it all the way?
Yeah, we did.
We did both. We swapped sides as well.
That's what you were supposed to do. That's awesome. So, what did you learn about the process while we're waiting? I'm going to give everyone a 1 minute warning and then, okay, 1 minute warning. 1 minute warning.
But,
1 minute warning.
you know,
I felt recently.
Warning. Okay. Yeah. What did you learn?
Couple things. One, it's really fun to get fully immersed in the character that we're playing and the story that we're making up. It's a lot of fun. The other is like when we get to the AR part of the Clara, it feels really nice to hear.
The affirm and the reflect. Yeah. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, it's true. I guess like
What happened for you, Atheris?
let's see. Yeah, I learned that I don't do well with improv or role play stuff, but that's okay.
Interesting.
But I don't know, this is just a refining stuff that I think I already knew. I didn't really know the what's the first part? Not Clara, but the
Non-violent.
yeah.
Observe, feel, need.
Yeah, I felt like I knew. I didn't know that there was an acronym for Clara, but I think I kind of already just naturally had that. But the whole like how to talk to someone who you have a conflict with, like that was interesting to me.
Good.
There were some bits in there was like, oh, like I didn't know that that's a thing that you could include in that conversation. So, yeah.
And we can talk about this more in the bigger group, but that recipe, when you try it the first few times in a real conflict, it's probably not going to go well because people they're not used to having assertive, direct, gentle confrontation. It's just saying, hey, this did not work for me and this is why and whatever. That can throw people off. They're used to a more passive aggressive approach in mainstream communication, which is like, oh no, it's not a big deal. And I'm going to avoid telling you about it until something bigger happens. And then I'll tell you about all the things. So just know this is not a process that is easy, but when you practice it enough, you start to grow the community that recognizes it and will do it back with you. So yeah. Good. All right. Let's circle up.
Have you ever had it where you're practicing that and then they read it as passive aggressive?
Yeah. People. So when I'm in a defensive position, that's funny because it was her. I know it's. You just accidentally clicked on it. So yeah. Again, when we circle up, so that everybody can hear that answer. Okay. Okay. Let's come back to the circle as soon as you can. Okay, it's time to come back. Let's get off earmuff mode. Come on back when you can. Come on back.
All right, Mario. Thank.
Yay. All right, I'm gonna get off earmuff mode here.
especially when
Okay. This
you're
is
trained,
great.
or you feel like you're trained to
We
the
got
opposite.
we've got our remaining people who did this with us. Thank you for everybody who participated. And the rock has disappeared. Let's get off earmuff mode if you haven't already so we can hear each other.
Oh.
There we go. So we're going to go around in a circle and just recognize one thing that we learned from each other and from this process today. Who would like to start? And if you have a question that you want to close with also, that can be a really great way to open up the
I'll-
Discord for future involvement. Astral. Are you on your way? Yay. Okay. So, George, I saw you raise your hand. Why don't you go first? What did you learn?
Yeah. I shared grievances quite a lot because it was quite frankly fun, but I found I was sometimes leaving out requests. And once I started adding requests, it did improve the process. Like I noticed I kind of assumed the other person would offer requests rather than me proposing requests.
That's such a great point. And what it can feel like when people are sharing what's wrong, sometimes all this emotion is built up. So the first thing is just blah 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 blah, and it can feel kind of chaotic on the receiving end because I don't know when it's going to land on, well, what do you want me to do about it? And I don't want to say that because that's going to sound really rude, right? And so really from the Clara perspective, your job is just to reflect it back and hold space and know that there's a possibility by the time the person gets to the request they want to make, they're actually going to have requests for other people, for themselves, for society at large. They might not have requests for me, but I'm getting ready and I'm holding space for that. And if they haven't given me one by the end and I've reflected everything back, I can say, I'm curious how we can change this going forward. What are you needing? Or my guess is you want me to stop eating pancakes or whatever, in my case. So, yeah, it's a good observation. Saying what we want sometimes is hard to find, but acknowledging that we do want something is the first step. And then saying, I don't know what my request is, if that's true. I just needed to tell you I'm really stressed about this thing. And then maybe you can problem solve together. Cool. Jose or Etheros? You are next.
I'll go next because I actually gotta leave soon.
Okay.
So
go for
it. Yeah. I was talking with Hay a little bit about this, but this process I've kind of just naturally know. So most of it was kind of like natural. I think the only part that I learned is maybe the need part of the nonviolent communication, just the reiteration on how important it is to talk about, what's the necessity here, what's the value that isn't getting met, and
yeah,
what is, there's needs and everything that need met with people.
If we don't talk about our values, then we can't build a bridge back, right? Because usually when we're coming up and saying something went wrong, our values already have mismatched. And so instead of trying to say the other person's value, I can say my values. I can remember why this is important to me and say that more clearly. And then that can help other people figure out if we did have a mismatch of values. They might be like, well, I have that value too. Okay, so what didn't work here? I thought you did also. So yeah, thank you for pointing that out. Values are they're people think that there's a manual out there with values. I do think there are some books that describe them, but it's just more about the practice of looking for what pulls people. What is their purpose? What is their need? Yeah, thank you. All right, Mary.
With that, I'm gonna head out for now.
Okay, thanks, Etheros.
Good
Bye.
hanging out with you guys.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Thank you. All right.
I guess what I noticed was in the Clara method, when you get to the AR part, the affirming what you hear and reflect their meaning, it feels really nice to receive that. And I was getting a little stuck on the nonviolent communication request part, and that felt a little bit awkward for a moment. And then the AR came, and like that felt better.
Yeah. This is
So
why we have it as a dance, basically, right? Because
yeah,
sometimes it's like, I don't know if you heard me, so can I request something yet? Because maybe you don't agree with me. But once I'm affirmed, then I can ask for something. Yeah.
yeah. Do you want me to ask a question now as well? Or?
Yeah.
All right. So I was going to ask, when you're practicing this stuff and you're doing your best, do you ever still get someone read it like it's passive aggressive?
Yeah. So
as
when
opposed to
right, when people are activated, they're upset, they're fearful, they're having a like, oh no, this has happened before, and this is where relationships blow up. This is the state that a lot of people are in when we talk about conflict. The moment conflict comes out, and it's like, whoa, there, you're being kind of aggressive just by using the word, right? So it's very possible on the other side when I'm doing nonviolent communication that I'm going to be experienced as
Yes.
being too assertive, which is in the aggressive realm, or being not assertive enough, which is in the passive realm. And then that can be projected and be like, well, I hate it when you talk with me like that and you use the word nonviolent communication. I feel condescended. I feel like you're condescending to me. That can happen. It doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. You just get to go, okay, I'm practicing this style. It's awkward right now, and I'm going to keep trying it because this is a validated way to communicate our needs. And yeah, we haven't done this before, and maybe I can do it better. And let me try to clarify. Could you reflect that back? So you can coach people on it, and they're going to grumble. This stuff is hard. But if you stay consistent with it, then they're going to know if you've got an issue with me, you know how to come talk to me. And that's a huge relief. That builds a bridge in relationship in itself, knowing that somebody can come say those things. Yeah. Great question. Thank you. Astral, what did you learn? You might be on mute.
So it was really nice just practicing the first part. I didn't actually, unfortunately, get to hear much of your response, but just being able to package your grievances, with like a first like, hey, I see you, acknowledge what you're at, as a precursor is a really good exercise.
Yeah, that's really good to hear. So, what was good about it? What made it helpful?
Um, it's a reminder for me. Like usually I just go straight to like, hey, this is the thing that I think that needs to be doing. But it doesn't really put people on the page where oftentimes like stating the context is important. I think is important.
Yeah.
Observation is really good for that.
Yeah.
And letting people know like how the state of things like affects the world around them, like emotion is important to share as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The observation, feeling, need, and request. Yeah, I think all good steps towards building an empathetic argument.
Yeah, exactly. It's basically breaking it down. So I could have gone to teacups and been like, you are way too hungry and you're dangerous. And that's how that conversation could have started. But by saying, you stuck a fork in me and you hadn't asked me how I'm doing, that gives some very agreeable space for us to realize that happened. That isn't necessarily customary when we greet pancakes in my world. So breaking it down gives us something we can anticipate. Okay, so you told me what happened. Now you're going to tell me how you feel. Okay, so what else? I know how this is going to travel to me, and it isn't always about me. It's lovely. Jog, what about you?
It occurred to me how the first A and the R in Clara, the affirming and the reflecting, I think it is, really are skills that one can consciously practice to use and get better at. They don't always come naturally. We often jump to the solutions or something else, but I think that's good. And we've learned some of that within our group when we do reflective listening, I think is what you call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's a really good skill to practice. And then I think with practice, it will probably sound and feel more naturally and be better received.
Yeah. Well put.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not to put you on the spot, George, but George has been trying something really interesting, it sounds like, for practicing reflective listening. And I think it's worth everybody trying this, not just consuming content completely unconsciously, but actually looking in moments of pain when you're looking on TV or videos or whatever. If somebody's in pain, pause it and practice as if they were telling you that directly, telling them back what you're seeing, what you imagine this is like for them. And it's been Miracle Grow on George over there. So um, I'm excited that we're trying things to make it easier when we have these moments that are stressful. Yeah, Dre, what about you?
Well, I came only halfway through the seminar, but just from looking of everything, especially the non-verbal communications, because usually when I do come across situations where it is needed, a lot of times I have a lot of context behind it because basically doing your homework on things like that. And just from the onset of it, I really like it. It's sort of an approach and a way for you to use when it sort of happens spontaneously and which actually gets you to actively listen and convey back those feelings back towards the person you're talking to so that you affirm then, that they are here.
Lovely. Yeah. I made it stickers because I'm really trying to fit in this VR chat format. And my hope is whoever did grab those stickers, if it's not too awkward and you have friends that can experiment, show them ahead of time. And then if you're in here and you see a conflict going on, drop a sticker and say, hey, I'm practicing this right now. Can I reflect you back? And they can read along with you, but it's a way to just kind of give when we break our arms and we need a brace to hold ourselves until we've grown back. So those stickers are a little bit like that cast. It's a way to hold in a certain position and grow there on purpose and make that just transparent and conscious. And if you do that, please take a photo with that because that's really fun. We want to make these things viral. Okay, Scott. We're right at time, so we've got a few more minutes, hopefully, if anybody can hang out, and then we will close up. Go ahead.
Yeah, without really knowing in advance, we both chose a scenario where we were blaming the other for the woe. And it was a little bit unexpectedly hard to role play being blamed for something you had no idea like what it was about. So trying to sympathize and apologize, that was kind of our role play strategy, I think.
Yeah. Maybe you're both people struggling with memory issues and you had to work through it anyways. That was awesome. Yeah. Thank you. Armani, what about you?
Yeah. I think I have like 3 different observations I'm thinking about. One is a question about town, and I don't tend to mirror too much of the like tone sometimes, but I'm more interested in getting down to what's going on. So you mentioned blame earlier. It's like as I was mentioning to Scott, it's like it's it's part of the challenge is the blame and putting that aside to at least see what is going on. It's one thing. So I guess the other thing is the if I remember what Mary was talking about earlier about um
Passive aggressive or the
no
affirming reflection.
the part about asking requests asking about for me I'll add on to it it's a challenge on the other end to be more comfortable in the need and like the I guess the depth of that because there's I was let's see if I can pull it back up. I was a skeleton and so it was like I was as in my request asking if I was giving a disclaimer is it too much or if it's too much for me to ask for more than just scan can I have some more like some organs or some more what's
Scott,
going
did
on
you steal all of Armani's organs? Wow, you've been busy. You both stole each other's guts. That's so interesting.
This is what I was up against.
Yeah, wow. Came up with the same story, two very different skeletal situations.
Isn't
Okay.
that wild?
Yeah,
It's like
that's
this theme.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Talk about mutual projection. So, Armani, are you saying that asking for more organs felt like a really big ask?
I felt like I had to put a disclaimer on it. It's like, if it's not too much,
If you can spare a
so
kidney,
it's
I'd really appreciate it, kind of thing.
yeah,
Okay.
but it seems more critical, and more urgent need. It's kind of like in the same way that Scott, it took me some time to figure out that the ice cream, the ice cream sandwich, which, the ice cream was kind of like asking for blood, I guess. Or,
Yeah. Between the two of you, you maybe have one human happy body. I don't know. Some different filling you'd get in there. So, you think it's extremely hard to make requests until after good validation. True. Here's a key to know about requests. They aren't necessarily of the person who did the thing. So the request for change is just, I need this changed in my life. So you tracked mud into my house, and I need people to stop wearing shoes when they come into my house, including you, but not limited to you. Like, so basically, I'm clarifying that I have a need. You can say, hey, I can meet that need. I'm so glad you told me. Or you can say, whoa, I don't have 2 kidneys to spare, or 1, no way. You got to figure out your own guts, right? So like we don't, just by saying it, it doesn't mean the person's going to say yes, but it's still important to say it. Otherwise, I'm just bringing you a trauma moment and you're going to walk away feeling guilty and we're not going to have any resolution. You're just going to know you hurt me. So requests are important, but they don't have to be about the person directly. They can just say, I need this in my life. I need more internal organs and skin, possibly. Not sure if that was request or my projection, but my guess is that would be the next step. Cool. Was there a third thing, Armani?
So it was the first thing was let's see that was the third thing. The second thing was about let's see if I remember what I was saying. Because I think that first observation yeah, I already forgot. But I'll make another one. It's just like the empathy part since I do I guess get paid for things that are related in that field. It's like um the empathy part, doing the empathy part without being paid is another challenge. But it's also kind of like that sounds it's
There's
yeah,
actually
it does sound a little
around
callous, but yeah. Yeah.
Therapists are technically the least empathic when they're not on duty, and they will often have resistance to being empathic if they're not working. So when you are paid to be empathic, it can be much harder to bring it up in a personal situation, but it doesn't mean it's not necessary at times. It's just a higher budget because you're using your emotions to mirror and echo and be appropriate as your profession. So yeah, thank you. Jose, your turn.
I'll just say that like this looks like a good framework, and I'm also just going through this practice. I'm kind of noticing how this framework doesn't seem to exist in the people that I'm surrounded with, and so it's kind of like interesting. So maybe I should be the one who brings this into the conflicts that I have.
This is very rare to find a family system or a social system that is practicing this actively unless they're like in this profession or whatever. It doesn't mean it doesn't work. It's just something that has to be cultivated consciously and presented to each other because it can feel a little artificial, but it still is nailing down the core elements that allow us to build a bridge again. And there's a lot of different like tweaks of sorts to this framework. You know, the dot model, deepen, orient, transform, is kind of integrating both. But you got to find one that works for you. And acronyms like Clara can be a way to just like, I'm freezing, I'm feeling that projection, I'm afraid. Oh yeah, Clara. Okay. Am I breathing? How am I listening? And now I'm doing this internal process as I'm being with somebody, and it slows me down. It's like an exercise of sorts to do inside. Thank you. Theo, round us out. One observation.
Uh, by the then I thought I was safe behind George and Jose. I'd say though with the event, I apologize. I had to get off for the Clara moment, but I did ruminate a very similar sentiment that I noticed Jose said, and what you had said, hey, with when it feels like this space, or what Jose said, when it feels like this sort of system isn't integrated with the people that you know, and I can really relate to that very harshly with the moments that it allows people to be more free in their character and open up the space to have conversations that are interesting, weird, funny, and difficult. And ultimately it's holding gentle compassion and mindfulness for any kind of conversation so that the other person knows that they're being listened to, and that the person hurting is listened to, and that you find a solution together.
Lovely. Yes. So this is the last thing I'm going to say on this, and then we're wrapping up. There are times when people are going to share and they're just going to keep going and going and going. And in their mind, they're getting a lot of pressure out and time has not passed. They're just like letting loose, right? But you might have lost track of what they're saying. So, one of the pieces that you can learn to do is people put your hand up. It can feel awkward. It can feel affronting. They can be like, why did you put your hand up? But this is a nonverbal way to say, hold on. And it is completely okay. I had to learn this the hard way to some degree in my own profession back in the day. It's completely okay to say, I really want to hear what you're saying and I'm losing track of it. Can I reflect back what I've heard so far? And most of the time people will be like, "Oh, yeah, go ahead." And if you do not put that hand up and stop people, then you're going to not affirm them. You're not going to reflect them back. And then you're going to be cycling over and over. So if there's
What
words being said, make sure to say, I want to give you that back before I hear the rest of it. Can I reflect that back? Okay. Yeah. Good. thank you, everybody. Let's all give an emoji out for all the brave, beautiful, cooperative, supportive incubatorship we did today in our workshop. Please share those stickers out and tell people about what you're learning how to do. Oh, and Mary's commenting. I think that's the part I'm still learning, is stating what I'm doing and why. Yeah. It feels like not natural in the beginning, but the more we become transparent about what's happening, like, some of you might not have been here, but at the beginning of our time today, I gave you a disclosure about how I was, right? I'm lower energy, really rough stuff going on. And that's me anticipating that you might notice there's a difference in me. Your bodies might be flagging, uh-oh, something's up. And I want you to know that it's not about you. And I'm just a different flavor today, little darker. So this is a way that we anticipate and take care of each other, is by just letting people know I'm off. I'm still here, but I'm off. Yeah, good. Thank you for staying a little extra. This was such a good practice, I think, of using our tools. And please reflect, if you can, in our Discord about how you use this. This gives us information on how to do this better next time. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to say goodbye to our viewing audience, which is somewhere around here. Oh, put that way, I think. Yes. Bye, viewing audience. Whoever might
Can we also get some emojis for Haya for both emceeing and hosting the workshop as well?